Crazy.
Can I say that you guys made me cry?
I'm very happy to hear that.
Yes. I was touched by the film Touch. So with your title alone, it's a winner. So tell me about the reasons to sign on to make this project, this novel for us to bring on screen.
So yeah, I when I read the novel, actually my daughter, Pálmi's sister, gave me the novel on Christmas. I think it was 2021, and I just couldn't put it down, to be honest. I thought it was the mystery, this singular journey of this Icelandic man from this little place, and and then opening up to the tragic world events of the Second World War affecting his life for 50 years. I thought it was amazing, and I've been looking for a love story because love is a big part of my life, and I wanted to express that in some way, and I just felt this was the right opportunity, and the obstacles that the love story had to deal with is always important, felt real to me, and therefore, there was not a question in my mind. So I called the author of the book, I think the day after I read the book, and we signed a deal to work on this together.
Wow. Pálmi?
Yeah, I think I read the book maybe 3-4 months after my dad read it. It was by coincidence actually for a school project. And yeah, I was totally enthralled by it. The same thing. I couldn't put it down. Just finished it in 2 days or something. My reason for auditioning was just that I was called, and I was in a phase of my life where I was trying to say no less, and so I went to the audition and I got the part.
Wow, perfect timing. Thank you for that. Whatever life event came for you to practice.
And it's actually, it is true that, I had exhausted with my casting director called Selma Björnsdóttir, who came up with the idea, what about your sons? And I said, his younger brother has been acting quite a lot, and it's like, he's not right for the role, and Pálmi will never show up because he doesn't want to act. So, but you should call him and get to know, because I don't want him, when he goes to psychiatrist when he's 40 years old and it tells me that I didn't give him the same opportunities. So I thought it was just getting a no from him, just, like to get through it. But then, as Pálmi told you, like he decided to, go out of his comfort zone, as he told me at the time. It's like, what changed your mind? It's like, I want to go out of my comfort zone, and not only that, he impressed everybody. I sent Focus and my co-producer his audition without them having any idea it was my son, to be honest. So I was just as surprised as everyone else, because I didn't know Pálmi had this in him, and that's a bad fathering here, I guess, because you should always believe in your children and know how wonderful they are. But I just didn't know that he had those acting chops,
Yeah, well, this is 2 new beginnings for both of you. We're getting to work together, because it'll be phenomenal that 20 years from now you work together again.
Yeah, it's a wonderful experience to work with your child, especially if it's right for the part, and it's done on the for the right reason. It's a wonderful experience to have.
Yes. Now, can I compliment on the restaurant scenes that transmitted so much tranquility that I did not want those scenes to end?
Well, I think what was most important is to find, young actors who had, first of all, the innocence, when we all, when we fall in love for the first time, there's a certain moment, there's a certain innocence to it. It's not that the love is more powerful necessarily, it's just the first experience. And there's something very appealing about that. And then it was very important to find people that would find that chemistry to work together, and I'm pulling them from as far away and as outside parts of the world as possible. So it's a kind of a very nervous moment when this is put together. You try to look at the right people, and then I didn't have the opportunity of trying them together. I just needed to make it work, and I think both of them, really stepped up and did a wonderful work. I know it wasn't always liked. I mean, the first rehearsals were a bit nervous, and Pálmi was very shy. He can tell you more about that himself. But it just started. They started to find this kind of a beautiful chemistry and connection that I think the film is very much built on. And I was aware of that it had to be like that, because I knew if the love relation wouldn't work between them, the present story wouldn't be that interesting either, because it's based on that connection. So I let Pálmi speak now, but the magic is worked by basically not interfering when you shouldn't, letting things present themselves and steer them in the right direction when they don't, So it's a very gentle touch.
Yeah, for me, I think I kind of understood that the movie had to kind of, I don't know the word for it, maybe like reside within itself, in a peaceful state, at least for the first couple of acts. Maybe it's because we both came from reading the book and then seeing the script and not the other way around. And the book does a great job of that. So I think, yeah, that was my wish for it, and I'm happy that that's the way it turned out. Is quite a, it's not just getting from point to point,
And I just want to throw in, like there's a line that the father says that wasn't in the script, when he writes, and I know Motoki Masahiro is very important to him to find the right way of saying this when he gave him the jacket, to a gentle soul. And I think that's is such an important part of, and I think that's why actually Pálmi got the part. It really is, Pálmi does have this gentle soul. And I think it was very important, as he is much more frank and forward, he had this very, it's a very gentle person, both as an older and a younger guy. And that's a key to, I think, to the scenes in some way.
And may I compliment your work on keeping similarities between the young Christopher and the older Christopher? I saw them and then they gave me the chills. Like one of them was like laying in bed, the way the posture of both young and older, it was maintained. Like there were little things that I caught on, but they gave me the chills. So I just want to congratulate you on putting us in that momentum.
Nice to hear that, because I think it's in the little, because physically they're not that similar, but for me it was more important that they were right for the roles. But we try to look at little things and like they're both left-handed, and there's the little things that we looked at in the scenes to kind of make similar and give that to the audience that way.
Yeah, you definitely kept me in the momentum of I'm watching, and yes, it's different actors, but you kept us with the same feel for the characters. So thank you so much. I enjoyed your film, and thank you for those tears of joy and sadness.
Well,
thank you, Nancy.
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.